Alright, hello, it's time to count down the 10 hardest missions in Grand Theft Auto 3. Released back in 2001, it was the first 3D Grand Theft Auto game, and is among my favourite games of all time. It was revolutionary at the time, but also had some really difficult and frustrating missions. This list is going to be made up of story missions and phone missions only. So no taxi missions, fire, police or ambulance, and certainly no rampages, because let's be fair, if I did include rampages, the entire top 10 would be all rampages. There are many factors that makes a mission hard, and this is my own personal experience and opinion. No doubt some of them you'll say are very easy, but I am taking into consideration my experiences when I was younger and the modern me, where I know a lot more tricks of the trade. With that being said, let's start the countdown before you all get very bored of me.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
Some Diablo scumbag has been pimping his scuzzy bitches in my backyard. Go and take care of things for me.
So, in at number 10 is Pump Action Pimp. This is one of the earliest missions in the game and is the first real challenge. Luigi informs us about some Diablos pimping on his turf that he wants dead. The problem is, one of those pimps has a shotgun, which back in GTA 3 was very overpowered and can destroy a car within 2 hits. This mission is much easier if you have an Uzi, since you can drive by and shoot them when they exit the car. If you do not have an Uzi, then your best alternative is to try and run them down, but this does risk your car getting blown up by shotgun bullets.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
Nothing drives down real estate prices like a good old-fashioned gang war. I want you to kill the Yakuza Wakageshi Kenji-kasen.
In at number 9 is Wakageshi Wipeout. This is a mission set by Donald Love, who wants to start a gang war between the Yakuza and the Colombian cartel. To start this gang war, it requires you to kill Kenji, the co-leader of the Yakuza, and is actually someone you do missions for in the game. However, you have to frame the Colombian cartel. To do this, you must take a cartel cruiser and kill Kenji without leaving the car. This is the aspect which makes it very difficult, since it is very easy for them to blow up the cartel cruiser. Once you have killed him, you now have to escape as quickly as possible, and remember to not leave the car until the mission is complete.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
There is a street race starting by the old school hall near the Callahan Bridge. Get yourself some wheels, and first through all the checkpoints wins the prize.
In at number 8 is Tarismo. Not to be confused with Gran Turismo, the racing video game series. This is one of the various phone missions in the game. El Burro, the leader of the Diablos, tells you about a street race near the Callahan Bridge. This race can be a race of attrition, and I would highly recommend a Sentinel, a Mafia Sentinel, or a police car, as they are all quite strong but fast as well. If you get a Banshee, the chances are it will blow up. The other racers can be really aggressive as well and will try and spin you out. Also, it's very highly recommended you do this mission before you kill Salvatore. Otherwise, St. Mark's will be a death zone.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
There's a plane coming into Francis International in 2 hours' time. It is full of Catalina's poison.
In at number 7 is Sam, a mission named after me? Oh, wait, it stands for Surface to Air Missile? But I thought I was important. Oh, whatever. You must take down a plane carrying Spank. Asuka advises you to travel to the airport by boat to avoid the airport security. You'll be given a rocket launcher which you must use to shoot down a dodo as it approaches. You only get one shot at this, as if you miss the dodo, it'll fly over and the mission is failed. The moment you blow up the plane, you also have a 4-star wanted level. That is only the first part of the mission. You must now collect the cargo while avoiding the cartel that are waiting on the runway. You must use all your driving skill to avoid the FBI and police cars as you make your way back to the construction site.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
Get your little self over to Bedford Point. There's a stash in an old jalopy. I need quick smart now.
Come to Daddy.
Found is to just run away.
Daddy. Come
That way
here.
you instill fear in your
Come to
opponent.
Daddy.
In at number 6 is Kingdom Come, a faux mission for King Courtney. You are instructed to go to a car park and pick up an Esperanto. Only it turns out to be a trap. Catalina sends fans filled with suicide bombers after you. If you get too close to them, you'll almost certainly die. You have to be very quick and make sure you don't get trapped in. It is also interesting that this is a mission that turns the Yardies against you and will now make them hostile towards you. So it's recommended you leave this one near to the end if you're going for 100%.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
Cross the bridge to Shoreside Vale and go to Francis International Airport. I've paid off the officials. My property will be waiting for you at the customs hangar in the aircraft fuselage.
In at number 5 is Grand Theft Aero. This is a mission where Donald Love sends you off to steal an Aero chocolate bar from the local news agents. Wrong mission. Donald actually informs us an important package was seized by airport security, so you have to go to the airport and pick it up. However, when you arrive, the cartel have killed all the security and will now try and shoot you. Once you have killed them all, you'll notice a van with Pan Atlantic on the side, referring to the construction site. Here you can now have a choice to be a silly idiot like me and steal the plane and try and drive it to the construction site. Although I wouldn't quite recommend it because it's a plane that has the tendency to take off. When you arrive there, there is a lot of cartel in the area. Again, I would recommend using a sniper rifle. You can easily pick off a few cartel from a good distance. This mission is both very long and very easy to die in. When you consider GTA 3 has no checkpoints, this mission can be a right pain in the arse.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line! I'm a marked man, so I'm getting out of here. Get me to my flight at the airport, and I'll make it worth your while.
In at number 4 is Marked Man, the last mission for our local park toilet inhabitant, Ray. Claude and Ray have 3 minutes to make their way to the airport. However, the bridge is guarded by the CIA agents, meaning you have to take to the tunnels. This mission is always really tight on time, and your first few attempts you will most likely fail if you don't know the layout of the island. The easiest tunnel to make it to is behind the hospital. Even when you come out the tunnel, the mission is not over, since there are some CIA agents that will still be able to shoot you on the approach to the airport. I would recommend getting a decent car which is also strong, such as a taxi or even a Sentinel. When you complete the mission, Ray will give you the keys to a bulletproof Patriot. This vehicle is really useful, so make sure you keep it safe in your garage for future missions.
You useless bat! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
The cartel have a front company, the Kappa Coffee House. They've been selling Spank through the street stalls.
In at number 3 is Espresso to go. After hours of torture, Miguel reveals espresso stands around Liberty City are actually used to push Spank. So it is up to you to destroy all 9 within the time limit. This is the only mission which requires you to drive to all 3 islands. Since there are 2 on Portland Island, 5 on Staunton Island and 2 on Shoreside Vale. This mission is tough because the stands do not appear on the map until you get close to them. So there is a lot of trial and error when you have to try and work out where the stands are. Also, one of them is situated in St. Mark's, which as we know is run by the Mafia, which will shoot you on sight. I would highly recommend using the bulletproof Patriot that Ray gives you at the end of Marked Man to prevent your car from being exploded.
You useless bastard! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
You have been a busy boy, but you haven't learned. I'm not to be trusted. Kill the idiot!
So, in at number 2 is the exchange. This is the final mission in the game. Firstly, it requires you to bring $500,000 to Catalina, which isn't really too much in this game. Since you can't really spend your money, you should have amassed a fortune of well over $1 million at this point in the game. However, it's another trap. Catalina leaves with Maria and orders Claude to be shot. Once out of the compound, you have to follow the helicopter to the Cochrane Dam for a showdown. To make it even harder, you will have no weapons, since they were all confiscated at the compound, so you have to pick them up as you go along. This mission is a piece of cake if you have the bulletproof Patriot. However, if you don't, it can be a right nightmare, since the enemies will shoot you on sight and you will get exploded over and over and over again. Before we reach the number 1 spot, I have 3 honourable mentions that did not quite make the list.
Am I gonna get to play with your big hands again?
I'll be with you in a minute, Sparkplug.
What's that noise? You useless bastard! You totally messed up! My ass is on the line!
Okay, let's do this then. I can set this baby to detonate, but I still can't use a piece with these hands. Here, this rifle should help you pop some heads.
So, in at number 1 is Bomb to Base Act 2, the hardest and most frustrating mission in my opinion. There is just no other mission in GTA 3 that causes as many problems as this one. 8-Ball gives you a sniper rifle that you will need to take out Colombian cartel that are on a cargo ship. Not only that, you have to do it with a very small amount of time. Since 8-Ball will run onto the ship, any small mistakes will lead to his death and failure of the mission. The mission is much harder as well on consoles using a controller, since it's very hard to be accurate with the sniper rifle. I remember being stuck on this mission for ages when I first played this game, and it's the one I dread doing every time I replay this game. So there we go, that was my list of the top 10 hardest missions in GTA 3. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what the hardest mission for you is, and what you agree or disagree with. But for now, take care and leave me alone.